No spoilers, please. I still got 30 minutes left in the bafflingly long A Complete Unknown, which I'm enjoying much more than I thought I would, to be honest. Can somebody tell me though why Buddy is so pressed at the Newport Folk Festival? Like, damn, they're songs, man. Just chill. Why are you freaking the fuck out? Everyone's they're bothering Bob Dylan. They're like, what the fuck are you gonna play tomorrow? Dude, this is really important. We need to know what the fuck you're gonna play. It's the Newport. Hey, get back here. It's the Newport Folk Festival. Just chill, dude. They're songs, man. They're just songs. It's not a big deal. He is tired of playing Blowing in the Wind. I think it's crazy. The criticisms I had heard about A Complete Unknown was either pithy and glib. Well, Bob Dylan's kind of a jerk. Yeah, no shit, buddy. Or people who haven't seen it who are LARPing. It's a glorifying jukebox musical designed for baby boomers. It's actually, Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown is one of the scariest characters in 2020 cinema. He has no emotions. He has no desires. He has no values. He has no core to his personality. He exists only to write songs and piss people off. He's like a robot. He's a disquieting figure of malevolence in the film. That's what makes it compelling, man. Meanwhile, poor old Pete Seeger, played by the inimitable Ed Norton, he just wants to spread the love, man. He just wants to show the world the rainbow of folk music. But he gets betrayed by the villainous electric guitar and the I also feel like it might be one of the funniest movies I've seen in a while that was not a comedy. 3 months after being famous when he buys the fucking whistle, excuse me, the fucking whistle on the streets of New York. Hey man, you got kids? Yeah. Thousands of them. It's all you can hear the implied, keep the change. I love it, man. I think it's good. I think it's a great movie. You know what's crazy? I didn't think about it till yesterday, obviously. I do want to say rip to the Pope. To me, he's just a guy, but rip to a legend anyway. I got nothing against him, I think. What I realized, though, yesterday is you take stuff for granted, man. We've had a bald Pope literally like 27 years out of the 36 years that I've been alive, and I didn't even appreciate Pope John Paul II or the one who just died, who I think is Pope Benedict. No, Pope Francis, that's right. Benedict is the one who retired, the Palpatine one, right? Yeah, okay, we get that. Pope Sean Paul, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. They do have a lot of Avengers stuff in A Complete Unknown too, but I think maybe I'm just glazing the movie because I'm already a Dylan head, but I think it's so fucking funny that they do the Avengers stuff. They're like, who's that? And then the dude takes off his sunglasses and he's like, I'm Al Cooper. But then I feel like everybody watching is like, who the fuck is Al Cooper, man? I got no idea. I think that's great. Forrest Gump would have been like, I'm a man by the name of Ray Charles, baby. Oh, you haven't heard of me? That's a little politician from California. His name's Ronnie Reagan. A Complete Unknown is like, I'm Bill Glibson. And everyone's like, who? Turns out it's just, he played the fucking spoons on Desolation Row, man. Bill Glibson. I think that's fucking cool, man. I came out of the movie wanting to learn more about Joan Baez and less about Bob Dylan. That one friend who's too woke. You notice that throughout the song, Joan Baez gets more famous than ever singing Bob Dylan songs. No disrespect to Joan Baez. Disrespect to you a little bit. Joan Baez didn't do anything wrong. He shouldn't have said that shit the first time they met, though. There was no need for that. It's not Joan Baez hate. I respect Joan Baez. You should respect both of them. They're better than both of us. He has unreal riz, according to the movie. I think it's just the 60s, man. The 60s had riz tailwinds. Sorry. 2020s, I wouldn't really know, but I get the vibe that there's riz tailwinds. Everybody's inside, washing their hands 15 times a day. They don't want to have a conversation about anything. They just want to go into the metaverse. They just want to talk about Oblivion. They want to talk about Kyle Mooney and Eric Andre's Fortnite ad. I was also thinking, Is this anything? Gay Bob Dylan, the first guy to do anal at the Newport Fuck Festival? I feel like I might have made this joke 3.5 years ago. Bob Dylan, first guy to do anal at the Newport Fuck Festival. And then that dude, what hole you gonna put it in tomorrow, Bob? Bob, there's hundreds of thousands of people here. They want to see you do it the old way. Get off my back. Judas! I don't want Dan out of here. I'm just, what do you want me to say about the Oblivion remake? I'm just not interested, man. I think the most honest thing that you can do when somebody tells you dinner's ready is to pat your belly and say, I've had enough. I'll tell you when something looks tasty. I'm not just going to eat whatever you put on my plate. 1977, 20 million. Black Diamond Bay? You have music. You have music. You know what song would hit really hard here, Apollo? Is if instead of this, they had the one that goes, gow, 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 you know what I'm talking about? Like Funk 49 by the James Gang? All right, that's Beverly Hills by Weezer. This sounds like Warren Zevon. I know, dude, no, this is a Hall & Oates, it's Rich Girl, dude! But you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. Yeah, that's 100%. It's the easiest one of all time. That's on the Peloton playlist, man. Ooh. It's so fucked up that they don't talk anymore. This is not... Like, when the Beatles broke up, you're like, they're all individuals with, like, wild personalities, man. But Hall & Oates, just, come on, just sing Rich Girl at the fucking River Rock Casino, man. You don't need to make it so serious. What the fuck are you fighting for? Nobody gives a shit about Hall. Nobody gives a shit about Oates. They give a shit about Hall and Oates. Like, squash the beef and get back together, man. Shouldn't have said that one. That's pretty good. They were cooking with this one, man. It's about a guy. Man's search for fucking meaning, man. Will it ever cease? I hope not. Hang on. There's a burp brewing right here. I told you. What about Gwen Stefani's Rich Girl? Can I say something? I think that I am a coward because I've waited until the rose is turned. I'm not really fucking with Gwen Stefani. I'm with Justin on this. I think there's like possibly 2 to 3 good No Doubt songs. And then like, there's like maybe a couple of songs off the Harajuku album that are like, you know, if I heard them on the radio, I'd be like a worthwhile nostalgia trip. And I'll basically tell you this straight up. If you are ever a judge on one of those creatively bankrupt talent shows, would you believe that this ugly person can actually sing well? If the late stage of your career is being a judge on one of those cultural regurgitation variety hours, you're effectively dead to me as an artist forever. And you can find that hypocritical if you want, but that's true to my core. I've opened up the Fresnel glass of my soul and illuminated a truth that I feel. It's kind of crazy to me. I don't think there is an exception. I sort of don't understand how Howard Stern is on like America's Got Talent or the X Factor. Like the United States public knows he was having Carmen Electra ride the Sibian, right? Like he's like, and they don't have, and I don't have a problem with it because I think it's funny, but I'm surprised that like NBC or whatever doesn't have a problem with it. He had Octomom ride the Sibian. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. She's a mother, first and foremost. With multicast. Has he ever had a man ride a Sibian? I mean, normally I wait to get into this until like Mario Party. And I'm being serious. I'm not, I mean, it's going to be funny, I think, but I'm not saying this, I'm not putting on artifice as a joke. I kind of get the idea that like males can obviously be anally stimulated, but I don't think it's the same playbook. I think you might need like an attachment or something. I know it came with attachments, so you could like buy them separately, but I thought you needed like a different sort of, like you needed the play action instead of the screen pass. You know what I mean? Apollo, by the way, can you vouch for me? Kory seemed to take offense. I'm going to read you, this is verbatim what I wrote in the Discord. And this is not a he hates Kory bit. Chiblee linked to a video that said Pope Francis dead at 88, and the title of the video was Untitled Video Made with Clip Champ 1 from KMPH Fox 26 News, which is very funny. Then also, I read it when I was very tired, so I thought it said Pope Francis dead at 58, and that made me laugh my ass off, because I was like, he was just a fucking baby, gone too soon, because he was not 58, but it turns out he was 88. But then also, I was looking at the thumbnail, and I was like, here's what I said. Kory, in the nicest way possible, because he was a good-looking 88-year-old, has anyone ever told you the Pope looks like, open quotation mark, old Kory, close quotation mark. And then he replied, he waited 40 minutes to reply, and said, yeah, I think you did. There's been two? I always, honestly, I get the Francis and the Benedict confused. Like, I kind of think that, to me, that's just one guy. Even though, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I don't mean this to be rude. The one who retired looked like Emperor Palpatine, and the one who's sick now looks like old Kory, right? That's the two. And then John Paul II was just like old guy. Like he took offense to that. That's not rude, man. Because I look like my grandpa, and that motherfucker died when he was 65. This guy died at 88 and he was looking pretty good. It's not an insult to say, when you're old, you might look like this guy, man. That's not an insult unless you're naive and under the delusion that you're going to stay young forever. Most people don't even look good when they're young, man. Have you been outside? At least this motherfucker was well preserved at 88. He had all the advantages of like wealth and staff around him, the infrastructure. Like they treated him as the living voice of God. You can basically not age better than that. And he took offense to that. Come on, man. That's crazy. Kory's Jewish, though? That's the other part that makes it interesting. Because as far as I know, the Pope was Catholic. It's just an interesting sort of echo, wouldn't you say? A resonance? I mean, I think you've said it before. Now I'm crazy. I didn't say you're crazy. I implied you were too sensitive. That's two different things. Two different things, okay? I'm just saying, if you want to, here, I'm putting you on the spot. I'm forcing you to be honest, and I trust that you will be honest. Did you take offense to it? If you did take offense to it, take a picture with Face app with the age tuner on and post it side by side with Pope Francis, and then tell me I'm wrong. And if you didn't take offense to it, then why are you pretending to take offense to it? Let me off the hook by saying you found it funny, because it was. And a little true as well. I can see it. Yes! Yes! And I don't think it's fucked up. We dig our fucking heels into the ground and we hold. We hold. Thank you, Kory. Thank you. I did not bully Kory into submission. Nobody ever says you look like this old person, man. It's always some dude who's like 60 to 90 pounds heavier than me who's trying to like beat somebody's passenger window in. Are you really part Argentinian, Kory? Argentinian? Argentinian. Part Argentine? Yeah, my grandma was from Argentina. Krungo. Chat when they know one thing about Argentina. Krungo. Oh, Krungo. Fucking idiots. Kory, I got your back. Don't worry. Get behind me. Rawr. Chat when asked to name someone from Argentina who isn't Lionel Messi. Wait, I can do this. Fuck, he might be Uruguayan. It was gonna be a soccer player. Is Diego Forlan from Argentina or is he from Uruguay? Diego Forlan. Uruguayan Association football manager. Oh. NL, did I see you at Robson Park at 7:30 p.m. last Friday? No, but big ups to that dude. Nice to know I got a doppelganger. Did you ask him for $5? The best way I can explain it, you won't need to ask if it was me. Because if you see me, you'll be like, that's you. No headphones would throw me off? How about this? Oh, man. The dulls. Squeaks wore a jacket yesterday. Now he knows your pain. It's funny, man. You used to take offense to it. Then I remembered, like, I was talking about wearing jeans, and then, like, 1,500 people in chat were like, what are you doing wearing jeans at home? This isn't a job interview. And I realized there's no need to be upset. Pants with a zippered pant in the comfort of your own home? Have you lost your mind? This is like the 2020 Dumbo, man. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I'm just going to be honest. So I didn't even slash marker the dulls. Okay, I'm sorry, YouTube. We just got the dulls in one. Now I have to spin you a yarn for 60 seconds so the video doesn't get demonetized. What do you want me to say? It's Dumbo 2019. It's a train. And I don't know, we've probably only been like 35 seconds in. It just has that look to it, right? I looked at it and I said, this looks like shit. It looks like fucking garbage. There's not a single real thing in the image whatsoever, and it's got Vaseline all over the lens. It looks like trash. What else could it be except for Dumbo when you got like a circus train here? It's that simple. It's not even that it's PS2. If this looked like PS5, it might actually be even worse, to be honest with you. It's the fact that there's not a single human being built a prop that has been captured by the camera doesn't even exist, man. The camera doesn't exist. It's ones and zeros inside of the computer. There's nothing real in the image whatsoever. Tim Burton, I don't know in real life what you're like, but make a good movie. Or don't. Live your truth. Doesn't really matter. Banana peel. It's things that are slippery, man. Things that are slippery. And then fire, sun, volcano, lightning. Shit that will burn you. Natural producers of heat. And then this is like when you show up at the event and you like practice for a week and then you play like 2 rounds and then you watch your performance on CBS Sports and you find out that they turned you into part of Cobalt Streak's hero narrative instead of actually putting your story on the screen just because you happen to lose in Bloons tower defense instead of winning in Bloons tower defense.
Cobalt is having a little bit of heat, getting some heat himself.
Yeah, a lot of heat.
A very nice tete-a-tete we have here. These guys are just going neck and neck. A lot of Bloons coming.
There's the assault
and
coming
here's
down
the assault.
From Cobalt. This is where the pain's going to be
brought.
That's it. 143. And it's going down quickly, and yet.
Well done.
Sure enough, Cobalt with that late assault. That's sort of the MO that we've seen.
Yep.
Making quick work of his buddy Northern Lion and leveling this match at one apiece.
You wouldn't get it. New heads, you wouldn't get it. Rice-shaped pasta, orzo. Engineered crops, GMOs. You can't be serious. Villain's counterpart, hero. Works like a charm. Come on. Mezzo? What the hell is mezzo? Isn't that what they say about you when you wear Pants with a button fly at home. They're like, oh, you're dressing like mesosexual or whatever. They're saying the new pope is a gamer. They're telling me the new pope is a gamer. Just thought it'd be funny to say. When a joke fails, you got to have something to hit him with a mix-up real quick. Cuisine adventures. Nothing says adventurous eating like a frozen food from a different country. 3 pounds, 1.4 kilograms. I bet this is $13.99. Wow. Come on. $9.99? I gotta end the stream, man. That's too cheap. That's like 25 cents a spanakopita, man. Or a spanakopiti? I don't know what you call a single one. It's spinach and cheese. Bitch, cheese is like the most expensive thing in the grocery store, you fucking idiot! Have you seen the price of cheese? Eggs? I don't live in America. Our eggs are chill up here. We ain't paid in potatoes, buddy. That's a self-inflicted wound. Don't talk to me, moralize to me about the price of eggs. Paid $15.99 for 18 eggs the other day. That's crazy. I don't know what to tell you, because what I was going to say is, why don't you just not buy the eggs? But I guess, I was freaking out. This is like a week and a half ago or something like that, but I was freaking out because somebody in the Discord was saying they and their family eat 7 dozen eggs a week. I was freaking the fuck out. So they were like, I apologize if you didn't want that information to be known, but it was so noteworthy that I was like losing my mind. They were like, everybody in our house, I guess it's like 4 adults, eats 2 to 3 eggs for breakfast every day, and then sometimes they have an egg-based dish for dinner. So that's basically like a dozen eggs per day for breakfast with a little flex put on for dinner, possibly. But it actually was illuminating for me, because I don't know if you guys have like the same experience. Sometimes I'll go to like every time I go to the grocery store, you see one cart that is just like 10 gallons of milk and like 4 flats of eggs with like 32 eggs per flat. And you're like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, do you run a daycare or something like that? Now I know, man. There's 4+ adults living in the house and they all like eggs for breakfast. Easy enough, man. I didn't know. I eat a lot of food, don't get me wrong, but I eat like in our household, only my wife and I eat eggs. We probably go through a dozen eggs a month. And the milk is non-existent, but we do use like maybe a pint of almond milk a day or oat milk, but nothing too crazy. How much sushi? We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that at all. Enough. Let's just put it that way. Enough. How much gochugaru? Not that much, but we got a big container of it. That scene in Minari where she gets the shipment of Korean seasoning from Korea, even though they live in like fuck you Georgia or whatever. That was like, that's fucking real. I was like, that's my wife. You know what? This one's for you, buddy. Wow! It's adjacent to the answer. Okay, North Korea. Yay! I mean, yay, we got it. Not yay, I'm not endorsing the regime. Yeah, dude, geography's on my side today. You boys like Mexico? We got to put that one in. That's how you pad the stats. That's huge. August 2nd, 2002. This is my fucking shit, dude. This is my fucking shit. This is when Triple X starring Xander Cage came out. It's not. Never mind. Wait. Dude. Oh, no. I thought I got one. It's right around this time. It was August 2022 or 2002, okay? This is the summer between grade 8 and grade 9. What opened huge? I'm going to know it for sure. 60 mil in 2002. Post Spider-Man. Post Attack of the Clones, which was like May. Something from Touchstone that opened big, starring Mel Gibson in 2002. It's just before The Passion of the Christ. It's Signs! I was fucking there! I was there! New Line Cinema. Pre-gold member. 2000. Maybe this is gold member, actually. The legs look like gold member, man. Yeah! You see a movie minus 57%, week 1 to week 2, you gotta be like, that's probably the third Austin Powers movie. or like Suicide Squad or Batman versus Superman: The Dawn of Justice. Sony Pictures 12 milli. A comedy. It's The Master of Disguise. It's an incredible weekend at the multiplex, man. 7 million from Paramount Pictures, starring Martin Lawrence. 2002 Martin Lawrence, opening so low. I feel like this might be Big Mama's House too. No? Comedy. Oh, it's Run Tell 'em. Run Tell That. You think I don't know Martin Lawrence's live stand-up's name? Run Tell That. I was fucking there, man. I wasn't in the audience, but I was there in '02. I was there. I had my eyes open. I was paying attention. DreamWorks. Perhaps animated? No. Starring Tom Hanks, 2002. That's Road to Perdition, bitch. We take those. 92nd percentile. Holy cow, man. Create lots of options at the multiplex this weekend. Movies we're still talking about 20 years later. I do know '02, man. I do know '02. Okay. Ewan McGregor, Cliff Collins, Rebecca Ferguson. I know where I'm going. It's Dr. Sleep, Rebecca Ferguson, Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr., Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows. Rebecca Ferguson, Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr., Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. Time, 9 seconds. Ewan McGregor. Stormbreaker with Stephen Fry. Stormbreaker. You don't know Stormbreaker? It plays on BBC 4. It plays on Channel 6. This is SSX3. What a game. Oh, this is SSX, the remake. Yeah, okay. I played a shitload of Tricky on PS2, but SSX3, where you could take like a helicopter to the top of the mountain, and then like I've never really been a skier, but I imagine it was what skiing and snowboarding feels like. Like you got your headphones on, you're listening to a song, then Funkmaster Flex or Rozelle comes in and like gives you a little sting on the radio, and you're like, what route am I gonna take? Am I gonna take this route or this route? And you could turn on the fly. Oh man. You felt like you were in the fucking zone. You were in the flow state for sure. This is a gimme. This is Blueprints. By the way, respect on my Gamedle for this. I was a Cool Borders 2 guy. Cool Borders! You ever... I had that for PlayStation 1. Cool Borders 2 intro YouTube. Here it is, man. 1 minute and 34 seconds long. You ready? Get ready. Here it comes. First, it's like unauthorized reproductions of this are not allowed. Sony Computer Entertainment Europe presents from UEP Systems. Give it a second. Here it comes. Man. It just has to load. It's on CD. Cut it some slack.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? And I'm waiting for.
Dude, like, the 90s were so cool, man. I don't know how to, if you weren't there, I don't know how to explain it to you, but all media was like this for like 4 years. Not that long. This is what all media was like. Like, this was just the aesthetic, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? And I'm waiting for.
That's just what it hit, man. It's something about it just hit. They're not making shit like that anymore. And then can I get to the part where they say Cool Borders?
Cool Borders! Borders! Cool Borders!
That's so fucking funny, man. Cool Borders! It's a little game by the name Third Person Inside View. I don't know, Mario. Dr. Mario. Darkest Dungeon the Second. Darkest Dungeon 2. Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough. Darkest Dungeon 2. I didn't hate Darkest Dungeon 2. It just didn't capture me the same way the original captured me, but I didn't think it was bad. Just didn't hit the same for some reason. But it's hard. I mean, we're not in the same place that we were in 2014 either. Because I think it's hard to make the sequel, man. I don't mean this to be needlessly cynical, but I think it's like if your first game is basically perfect, it's really hard to make the sequel. Let me just put it this way. I think that Darkest Dungeon 2 did it right, which is they said Darkest Dungeon 1 is the perfect version of the game we wanted to make. So we have to do like a departure to justify making a sequel instead of just adding more content into the original game, which would probably make it worse at this point because it's so tight. We got to do something that like justifies its existence. So that's why I think there's like a curse to the sequel. It's not a rip to Slay the Spire 2. I trust Megacrit because they made a perfect game once and then left it alone for like 5 years. But I mean, I also don't know. Maybe it'll suck. I'm the type of fella that's not going to get too concerned about that. I'm more concerned with like what I'm going to have for lunch. Like I'm not involved in the production. Hades 2 is better than Hades 1. Oh, breakfast is better than lunch. Lunch is better than dinner. We're all going to die someday, buddy. What are you talking about? Silk Song? I'm not going to make any enemies. You really think I'm going to talk negatively about Silk Song when people are jerking their cocks over fucking Oblivion of all things? There were 20 years I was waiting for someone to say one good thing about Oblivion. Nobody said shit. Everybody shut their traps. All of a sudden there's a remake. Oh, it's my favorite game of all time. You fucking liar. You would have said it by now. It's been 2 decades. You would have said it by now. And just for that, bitch, you're getting Puckdoku. The bully in like a 2001 high school movie. Who was the fat kid with the knuckle puck? Yeah, that's Goldberg. No, wait. Maybe that's Goldberg. Or is Goldberg the goalie? It's been a while. Didn't he also have the knuckle puck? Who had the knuckle puck? Yeah, man, there's a lot of shit in the Mighty Ducks you don't see in the real NHL. I'll tell you one thing. If you ever see the offense breaking out in the flying V, you better hope that's the team you're rooting for because the defense is fucked. If they can, well, first off, I do think it's a hard play to execute without going offside because you really need to give the person that's leading the rush the puck, and they can't pass it. So, like, it might lose some of its efficacy there. I feel like the knuckle puck is crazy, though. You don't even see them do slap shots anymore. To do a knuckle puck would be wild. You also don't see the coach pumping the captain's mom till the room stinks. You're correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you see that in the movie. I think maybe like the knuckle puck is on the screen. There's no subtext. He puts it on its edge and slaps it. But what you're saying, I think that might have been implied. That might have been at the margins of the cinema. What the hell is the disappearance of Eleanor Rigby them? They, them, Eleanor Rigby? It's not for me. I'm not the guy. That's a John Mulaney joke waiting to happen. That's not me.
Mellifluous. A adjective meaning having a...
That's a given. Do Canadians really say soda pop? I'm going to answer your question with another question. Do Americans really say the Pledge of Allegiance before they have math class?
Rubato. A noun...
She really put some sauce on that one, huh? It felt so good to fucking smash the enter key after that line and see the check mark pop up. It felt amazing.
Wiki-up. A noun meaning a hut used by the nomadic...
Yeah, a hut news... fuck
Annoyance.
You.
A noun meaning the act...
Should be spelled wiki up.
Podagra. A noun meaning a painful condition of the big toe caused by gout. This word comes from Greek, meaning foot trap, via Latin to Middle English. Podagra. A noun meaning a painful condition of...
Just makes sense, man. My toe, my toe. You know what we got to do? Before I forget, let's do some Scrandle. No, not Schindler's List 1993 film. That dude fucked up the vibe severely, man. Absolutely not. Who the hell's typing Scrandle and going, oh yeah, sorry, I just didn't know how to spell Schindler. Pulled pork and beef sandwiches with gravy. 3 sandwiches with pints of Stella, £13.50. Why does the... Oh, because they're different. And a kebab roll. The sandwiches look kind of bad, man. I'm like... I don't know. I don't like to be the guy who just evaluates them exclusively on price, but I get that it's democracy, so that's going to be a big part of it in the world of evaluating whether or not something's scran. But I don't know. I feel like I don't even think this looks that good. But I think I would rather have one of these than 3 of these, even if I'm getting 3 times the food for 2 times the price. I can die with hope in my heart that I lived an honest life picking the right one. You got chicken gyros versus spanferkel, £8.40. Now I gotta be honest, I feel like this shit looks tasty. They give it to you on a real plate, like we're a dignified fucking society again. That's fucking something, man. When the fuck did we... Pisses me off. Go to a sporting event, they give you a plastic knife or something like that. Just put a bucket at the end and we can put our cutlery in it, man. I'm 36 damn years old. I got to use the plastic knife that doesn't cut anything? Or the plastic fork where the tine is like bent 70 degrees to the right? It's dangerous to give people a knife. Buddy, I'm not going to stab anybody. Just let me cut my fucking chicken. I'm probably at greater risk of like dying of choking on whatever the fuck this is. I don't know. Is that meat? Is it sauce? You know what I was thinking yesterday? I'm going to make a claim that at first is going to sound 20% ridiculous, but then by the end, you're going to join me. Do you think do you think the fear of flying has killed more people than flying? Because I think the answer has to be yes. Now, I'm not suggesting that people died of a heart attack because they were afraid of flying, but died rather taking an alternative means of transportation, i.e. a car, instead of taking an airplane because they were scared. When I was a kid, or like a young adult, I was way more scared of things that were extremely unlikely to kill me. Roller coaster malfunction, major airline, plane disaster, airplane engine falling out of the sky, quicksand, sure, sharks, movie theater screen decoupling from the floor and the ceiling and crushing everybody in the audience for some reason. And the older I get, I'm not scared about that stuff at all. I'm getting way more scared of stuff that is statistically like substantially more likely to kill me. I'm way more scared of like heart disease or like having a stroke. House intruder at night? That's more of like a child fear. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but like your fear of dying to that is outsized versus what is way more likely to kill you. If you had a dream that you were going to die in a plane crash the night before you had a flight, would you still go on the airplane? I'm going to type 1 in chat. I would still go on the airplane. I think this is an interesting question to get to know somebody. By the way, I don't think there's a wrong answer. I'm not going to be that debate bro who is like, you know, just because you had a dream, statistically, it's not just that you think like for sure the plane is going to crash. You might be like, hey, I just don't want to like be terrified that it is going to crash for like 8 hours tomorrow. Maybe I'll just chill for a day or two if you can. Anyway, I think it's got to be left. Just makes sense. It's got to be right. The price doesn't matter. Meat unknown sandwich, 67 cents is crazy. That's insane. And the fish and chips look pretty good. That does not look like Scran. I guess some kind of pate or like a Vietnamese lunch meat or whatever, but San Diego loyal. This is a take. I'm not trying to be needlessly contrarian. The hot dogs look okay. I'm way over hot dogs that have too much shit on them, though. They're really hard to eat. Even harder to eat than like a hamburger with too much shit on it. I like a hamburger or a hot dog that's like sausage, maybe like one other solid topping, and then like a sauce or two. I'm not like a everything. Sure, I'll drag it through the garden once or twice, but I like a sausage that's easier to eat. So I'm going to go with chicken sandwich, but I do feel like I got to be realistic. This is probably going to clear, right? One heuristic I'm trying to use for Scrandle is whatever I think looks the tastiest is probably going to lose. Except in this case. We'll go chicken and chips over pie, mash, and liquor. Probably go with steak and sausage over a tub of insects. if I had to choose. Yeah, I'd say left on that one. The monster burger. What's crazy is that this is a monster burger, but by 2025 standards, this shit looks downright demure. It looks restrained. This used to be what a monster burger was, man. Nowadays, people would call this a single, even though it's got 2 patties on it. Either way, right's going to win for a £1.40. Come on, man. Beef skewer and beer, 3 pounds. Or a pretty not great looking biryani and a beer. I'm going to go with the right side on this one. That's a given. 9 out of 10 today. Pretty good, man. What's Scran? Scran is like, I don't know how to describe it, but I know it when I see it. It's like, that's a good deal. I'd eat that. That looks like something I could chow down on at a soccer game. Hot dog or a tub of insects. It's the worst hot dog of all time. 10 times out of 10. And I've eaten the insects before. I don't want to use the term virtue signaling lightly. I know these are holy words. I feel like most of the people who say insects are good are people who have not eaten insects, but are like, I would like the taste of them. You should eat insects. I've eaten a lot of insects in South Korea. They all tasted fucked up and bad. This shit pisses me off, and I get that like Chad is not a monolith. A lot of you guys are eating only pepperoni pizza or only chicken nuggets or only buttered noodles. And then you're saying shit. You're seeing a picture of a food from another part of the world that you wouldn't eat and going, wow, that looks so much better than the food we have here. How would you know, motherfucker? No, you're not going to eat that shit either. In my head, I'm shadowboxing a little bit, but that's the shit that pisses me off in food, yes, sir. There's some food in other countries that looks like garbage. There's a lot of food here that looks like garbage, to be clear. There's some food in other countries that's like, it's a boiled pork hoof, and people are like, oh, why don't we eat that in Cincinnati? I'm like, because it tastes like hoof, man. It tastes bad. I've eaten it. It's not good. He exists, okay? He exists. Cow tongue is good, though. Tongue is good. Guts are not good. Your mileage may vary. Flesh is flesh, my friend. Okay, fucking king of the zombies. No, it fucking isn't. There's a reason the halibut is like $19.99 a kilogram at the grocery store, and the fish heads, if you just say, hey, can I have a couple of these? They'll be like, sure, just give us 2 minutes, and then they'll come back with a bucket. Flavorful smoked sausage. Hog casing. Coriander. I don't know where this is from, man. To be honest with you, that looks fucking delicious. You're virtue signaling if you say this looks bad, okay? I was thinking, like, I eat granola for breakfast every morning, like yogurt and granola. And I really just feel like I was born to eat granola. When I'm eating granola, I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose on earth. Or oats. Like, I'm built to eat oats, man. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like I'm doing something that resonates with like my genetic lineage every time I eat oats. It just feels good. I don't know where this is from. This is from Germany. This is from Poland. Mizluska, known as the hunter's sausage. In Germany, we call it Jägerwiener. Listen, a lesser man would say that happens to lots of guys, including myself in college a couple times. I wouldn't do that, but a lesser man might say that. Justin, are you in chat? By the way, you no-sold my joke yet. Actually, everybody no-sold. I think my friends hate me. He's live right now. They're probably just pretending to like me. No, it was a good joke. They just didn't see it. Anyway, he does look like, Justin doesn't, but Kory did look like the Pope 40 years earlier. For sure. Like a 40, and I got it, like Kory is like 30% hotter than the Pope was when the Pope was Kory's age. I have to say that or he'll get mad. Sort these companies from most to least valuable by market cap as of March 6, 2024. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. These ones always surprise me, even though you'd think it'd be up my wheelhouse. I think the least valuable of these, it's tough, man. like Visa is an interesting company because they kind of get like 1 to 2% of every second purchase made in the world. So they got to be up there. Nike is like always, they're up like the water, down like the rain, back and forth like a choo-choo train. Walmart is obviously a huge company. Airlines, thin margins, but like lots of assets. Coca-Cola has just been, printing since 1807 or something. I think Southwest Airlines is going to be at the bottom. Then I think it's going to be Nike. Then I think it's going to be Home Depot. Walmart is huge, obviously, but predominantly North American. Coca-Cola, people buy less, but they buy it worldwide. And market cap is not just a function of sales, the function of your assets as well. That's not to say Coca-Cola has more assets than Walmart, but there's other things to think about. I mean, it's not even a function of assets, it's a function of stock price. It would be crazy for me to think that Visa is not worth the most, though. I think I'm going to leave it right here. Okay. In that case, in my heart of hearts, I can't put Home Depot above Walmart. So it has to be this. Okay, we take that. Not bad, right? Not bad. I had no idea Southwest was a $20 billion market cap, to be honest with you. Coke is shockingly low. They pay a big dividend, man. If it weren't for the fucking dividend, the dividend also inflates the stock. It's complicated, okay? It's complicated. Not close on the bottom. Well, I mean, like Southwest was like, airlines are always like one bad day away from needing to be bailed out by us. You know what I was also thinking about airplanes? This is also a hacky joke, but I apologize because I think it's very real. You know when you get on the airplane and they say some shit like, there's 2 lavatories at the back. Please note, federal regulations prohibit congregating outside of the bathroom. Every time I hear that, I'm like, sounds like that sucks for you guys because you're going to need to do some renovations because there's no other place to congregate. This bitch is just one long hallway. So like, I don't know what you want me to do if I have to go piss and there's a line. I gotta congregate. If you don't congregate, you're never going to get to go is the other thing. What do you mean wait in your fucking seat? There's 300 people on the airplane, man. They don't all go at once? When was the last time you flew? Fucking like 1963? Did they carve a ham at your seat? Was everybody wearing suits and trilbies? They congregate, bro. They congregate. It sounds like they're going to need to take out like a reverse mortgage and renovate some of those airplanes to have like a seating room next to the lavatory. Because if it's illegal to congregate there, you're going to be taking my ass off in handcuffs because there's no other place to go. Just pee before you go. The companies are wrong. It's personal responsibility. Oh, all 300 people of all ages should just never have to go to the bathroom during an airplane flight. How does the boot taste, dude? What are you talking? People got to piss. There's babies, there's kids, there's old people. The fuck do you mean nobody should have to piss on the airplane? If anything, they should rip out the kitchen and put 6 more shitters in there, man. If I'm taking like a 2.5 hour long flight, I don't need lunch. I definitely need a place to evacuate my bladder. Same motherfucker who gets tilted by like a crying baby. You gotta piss every 6 hours? What the fuck are you talking about, man? Everyone should just be 24 forever. That's what you sound like in my head, no matter where you're from. That being said, I do think my vision for an airplane, there's probably issues with this. What if instead of, and there's probably lots of reasons, but let's talk about them. What if instead of having 1 aisle down the middle and like 2 rows of 3, what if they had like 1 row of 6 and 2 aisles down the side? Because the aisle space would be nice to go to the bathroom, get into and out of your seat easily if 1 aisle was blocked. And then also at the end, somebody has to be an asshole every time because as soon as the seatbelt sign goes off, one person in the row stands up and blocks the other person out so that they can get their carry-on out of the overhead like 3 seconds before the other person. If you had 2 aisles, I mean, you'd still have problems, but it'd be better for me specifically, I think. 4 middle seats, though. Yeah, they sit just the same. I don't know. I've never had a problem with the middle seat. Why not 2 space, 2 space, 2 space? That would be a lot better than aisle 6 aisle. Yeah, that's 222. Wouldn't they be too fat to fly though at that point when they're like the plane would be stocky, man. It would have like a Costanza build. They do 343. Yeah, but that's not a 737-8, bro. That's like an Airbus A370 or something like that. Anyway, long story short, they should stop dicking us is the main thing. And the bathroom should be like a little bit bigger. Or they should rip out like the last 3 seats so that you can line up to go to the bathroom. I know that's not going to happen. Hang on, this one's going to feel good. The user you're trying to ban doesn't exist. All right, Fasoro, you live to fight another day. You passed the skill check. Your evasion check was high enough. I didn't even hit your bubble shield, man. I think you're good to go. Did I miss any games? Did an amazing game come out on Friday or Monday? Oblivion? You really open your mouth as soon as somebody shows you a spoon, huh? Cocksucker 2! I didn't know Cocksucker 2 was even in development, man. Cocksucker 2 makes me laugh every time. There's something wrong with me. Out of Hands just came out. All right, let's... Out of Hands. Steam. I'm not knocking the developer in the slightest. The top Steam review, Disco Elysium meets Hylix. This shit is like, is it built just, can normal people watch or play the game too, or is it just for video essay addicts? It's like Pathologic 2 meets the video about why the Fast Pass is worse for everybody. You never gonna play Elysium? Maybe when they remake it in 2034 with better graphics. That's why, dude, I'm not fucking with Ben-Hur. Why would I watch Ben-Hur 1936 when I could watch Ben-Hur 2014? Because the CGI is so much better these days. WestElmCaleb, how you doing? One mod action from Nightbot. It wasn't even from me. I'm gonna ban you. Of all the, like, when someone fires a shot at my heart, if you aimed true, I will laugh and not be upset at you. But you're just making fun of me with lies. What is this one? Says the guy who's never been on more than a 2-hour flight. What is this malevolence? It doesn't even make sense. Look at all the question marks you're farming in chat right now. First off, if that were true, which is not, why would that matter? Why would that be like a slight or anything? I don't understand why that would be something to be ashamed of or proud of. I don't understand why it would have any relevance to the light of an individual's soul. I just don't get it. No messages? You were talking all morning, man. Look at, there's like 999 plus messages. At least 1,000 of those are from this morning. Hang on, more messages below. Wichita me. Forget Wichita, brother. I think we might be Shanghaiing you. Wichita. Last message, Wichita me. You got the wrong city. They always think it won't happen to them. Apollo, we got into, I think it was like Thursday, we got into it. So I was auditing someone, and then someone else who was scared of being audited replied, it's a little crungo to audit somebody like that. And then I was surprised. It was like a 50-50 split. I'm all about like using someone's previous comments against them, but apparently like for some individuals who are embarrassed about stuff that they've typed, that's not okay. That's considered, it's okay for them to know like my entire life story and all of my emotions and everything I've ever said, and for me to be vulnerable. But me bringing up something they said 3 days ago against them is like I was a different person then. Even though like they chose to write it, they like weren't under duress or whatever. Okay, WestElmCaleb, you're not banned, but you are. Let's /user WestElmCaleb. We're going to put a moderator's note on this flag. Monitor WestElmCaleb. Mod comments. Can dish shit out, but can't take it. Left chat when observed. That's just for me. I didn't share that one. That's just for me. That's a private tag. That's catch and release. I audit people in this chat when they shit talk me. I learn so much. Dude, it's crazy. I don't mean to like, this is a very insular streamer bit, so I apologize. But when even if you are annoying to someone, which I get annoyed by people, like I can understand it. Sitting in the annoying juice until you go berserk is fucking insane to me, man. That people are not like, I'm not really vibing with this. I'm just going to go do something else. But they just sit in the stew getting like crazier and crazier. Like, what? Okay, I can't get out of the juice, man. I can't get out of the juice. The mods will tell you there's like every Mario Party game, like 4 people get banned. And 3.75 of them are unbanned when they make an unban request. Broadly, the unban requests are like, I'm sorry, I went temporarily insane. And I can understand that. What's 1/4 of a person? It's 1 in 16 people, you fraction agnostic, mathematically ignorant so-and-so. You ne'er-do-well. If I audit them and they're just talking about their day, and then they get annoyed, I'm like, maybe I fucked up. Oh, I understand, but that doesn't happen too much. It happens now and then. I mean, dude, I'll be the first to tell you, like, there's times people are like, I find this guy annoying. They're talking about me, and I'm like, I get that 100%. Whenever I meet a motherfucker that's almost identical to me, I'm like, this dude is annoying as fuck. It's like Natalie Portman got pissed off by her Chrome doppelganger at the end of Annihilation, man. She's like, I find their existence like anathema. I'm supposed to be one of one, but then there's like an exact fucking Pepsi Man replica of me sitting in a lighthouse. Old NLSS heads were vicious. You ain't kidding, man. It is crazy to think that like back in the day, the NLSS would finish, and then within like an hour, there would be like 90 comments in the daily thread if the show sucked. And if the show was good, there would be like 4 comments, and they would be like, good show, see you tomorrow. But if somebody's feelings got hurt, it was a nightmare in there, man. By the way, this is a curse to like not play Blueprints for 4 days and then come back, and I have a Steam document open that's just a random string of numbers. The hell is 082285? 111186? What the hell was I cooking up with that one, man? And Dan, Apollo, have you ever seen us play Blueprints? We got lots of like stims to get us through the game. Hey, I'm gonna make note of something, okay? There's a golden pawn in the den. Oh no, wait, okay, wait. I think because Kate and I were trading war stories and theories about puzzles. Here's I apologize if this is a spoiler for you. She hasn't done this. This was her theory. We found that chessboard. Her theory was if we drafted all of the rooms with chess pieces and then went to the chessboard and put the pieces where we drafted them, then it might solve a puzzle, which I think is very astute. You just called your wife astute? Let's say we get together and call ourselves an institute, man. You don't think you could, you know what I'm talking about? Apollo, you know this one? But I feel you could. And then you gotta do the Ladysmith Black Mombasa part. You don't think you could love me, but I feel you. And I'll do the Paul Simon part. I'll do the Paul Simon part because I'm shorter than you. So I gotta go like, ooh. And then someone here's gotta play that fuck-ass trumpet. I was having this discussion with a parlor. To Parlor Enjoyer has logged on. The gems are in the black box. Well, that was easy. The gems are not in this box. The statements on the other 2 boxes are true. This can't be true. Because if you were true, then this would be true and this would be true. So you must be false. So one of these boxes is not true. So let's evaluate that. If you were true, this would be true and this would be false. So this must be false. And this could be false and this would be true. It's the white box. It's the white box, man. Let me just check one more time. Let's assume false, which would make you false. Wait, which would make you... It could be true, or it could be false. It could be true, or it could be false. It's this one. It's white box. No! Rip streak? No, I've been getting like all of them wrong lately, to be honest with you. Just chiming in to say, don't read the YouTube comments for this series. Thanks for the psychic damage for no reason. I wasn't gonna have a life. I'm not trying to be rude. I get you're trying to protect me, but it's been a long time. Most toxic thing that millennials normalized was binge drinking, probably. We weren't the first generation to do it, but we definitely, you know, we kept the tradition alive. Second most common thing that was toxic to mental health was like reading what everybody thinks about you online. Now that I've been out of that for like, I don't know, 6 months, it really doesn't make sense why we would do that. It doesn't. NL can make it in the NBA. Apollo, I'm not just saying this because you're here. I promise this to you. This weekend, I saw one of the tallest men I've ever seen in my life. He had to be at least 6'10", possibly taller, because he was tall enough that I had like no concept of how tall he was. And I realized, like I came up less than to the height of his shoulder. I realized being that tall like sucks ass. And believe it or not, like I'm not the type of person who would see something like unusual in public and gawk and be like, whoa, that's crazy. Whoa, what? One exception would be if I saw that lady from Guinness Book of World Records who pops her eyeballs out of her sockets. But I think that's kind of like what she wants, is for people to go, whoa, what is that? But like, apart from the obvious like physiological problems, not being able to like just blend into the crowd anywhere except on the court at an NBA game would be like, that must suck, man, because no matter where you are, everybody's like, whoa, look at that tall guy. Like, you can't just fade in. I mean, I like a reroll dice, honestly. I don't really know what I'm looking for. Pool's kind of goated at keeping us going. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's keeping us... No, I can solve a puzzle in the drafting studio. We need a magnifying glass, which means we need gold. Trinkets and baubles. You ever think it's crazy Randy Newman made an album called 12 Songs? And then Fugazi said, hang on, I got one more for you? Nah, my kid stopped being interested in Randy Newman after Short People. She really took offense to Short People. Song's horrible? I think it's a pretty good song. But I wouldn't know because I'm not a manlet. Yeah, because I'm fucking tall, dude. That's what I'm saying. Now you're getting it. It's a wonderful world. There's something there. Oh, shit. Sheet music. R. Oh, music. I'm writing a section called music. And then I'm writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how many words there are. But number 6 is R. And number 7 is true. Okay. And then you know what I'm talking about? Scott Joplin. Feel the Prince blues. 3 squared is 9. All right. The fuck is 20 square divide? The divided by the square. I know you square when you get there, but it's 20 minus 20. Nah, man. Give me a second. It was fucking 0. Divided by 3 times 4. There's no 0 on the board. Okay, it's 20 minus 20 minus 3 times 4. So that's minus 12. Divided by 3 is minus 4. Squared and divided by itself, which is 4. I don't get that one at all. Imagine if you got square root of minus 1. I would just solve it, I think. Gems, please. No end gems. Yes, end gems. Oh, I don't. I do have the gems. I do have the gems. And we got keys coming out of our whatevers, man. I guess I could go back to the ballroom and get 2 gems just for the cost of steps, but ballroom is infinite gems? It's not really infinite, it's always 2. Like you might say, that's infinite. No, it's not, because what if some motherfucker asked me for 3 gems? I'm gonna be like, shit, I got infinity, but I can't cover that right now. I gotta put it on Klarna. Yeah, you got it. I knew someone was gonna make the Klarna joke. If it wasn't me, it would have been someone else. More hallways equals more keys. Now I got fucking Scott Joplin stuck in my head, man. Pissing me off. Scott Joplin #1 on the Spotify Wrapped. Can you imagine? Me, a Nordic person, sick of hearing about Klarna because we've had it for like 10 years. It's kind of crazy. Why? I do want to say something. Why are we demonizing Klarna? Buy now, pay later. I think you'd have to be stupid to buy now and pay now if you're getting like 0% interest. Because there's always the chance that Klarna will go out of business and then you won't have to pay them back. You ever think about that? That's 100 IQ thinking right there. Yes, sir. I think that's exactly where my IQ is. Maybe. It depends on the domain, but I think overall, if you were to take the good and the bad, I think I'd be right there, man. Also, you ever hear about the time value of money, brother? If I put my $15 Uber Eats order on Klarna and they don't need me to pay them back for 3 months, I can throw that 15 bucks into a GIC. At 5% annual, shit, dude. That's like 17 cents in my pocket. Act broke, stay rich, bitch. You stack that up over a few millennia, you're good to go. I'm trying to cheat the system, man. What's the other Scott Joplin song? Can you type the melody? Maple Leaf Rag is like and the entertainer is like no, it's crazy. Old music is so crazy, man. Bacon jockey. He says it, it's such a beautiful line delivery, the way he says it. He says it as like a warning, but also with the resignation that he's seen it before. It's like he's exasperated. Chicken jockey, but it's not like he's not too disappointed. Chicken jockey, it's like he's like the co-driver in a rally car. That's like, be aware the chicken jockey is next. The chicken jockey's on the horizon. Chicken jockey. My 3 p.m. meeting got canceled. Poggers! But then, like, what if the meeting was for sexual congress? Then you wouldn't be excited. If the situation was completely different, you would have a different reaction. Don't you find that a little hypocritical? Ever think about that shit? It's got to be done. It's got to be done. To parlor enjoyer. This box is empty. A box with a false statement is empty. There are 2 false statements. Okay, let's start. Let's assume you're true. If you're true, then you can't be true. You would have to be false, which would mean that you're empty and you're empty. And there are 2 false statements. This would be false. Okay, so this can't be true, because then there would be 2 truths. Wait, there can be 2 truths. Wait, hang on, I lost it. Give me a second here. This box is empty. Let's say you're true. If you're true, then you're false, because you would be true and you're saying you're empty. 2 false statements. It would have to be you being false and you being false. You can't be false if you're true. So, you're false. You're fucking false. In which case, or wait, it could be, Okay, you're false. Which means you have the fucking shit in you, man! It's that easy. Let's just evaluate it one more time. A box with a false statement is empty. That could be true. That could be true. And then you could be... whatever. It's blue, bitch. Just didn't want to expend the calories, I guess, to... I think it says something that all the people with philosophy degrees who solve it every time are in my Twitch chat at 10:15 a.m. on a Tuesday. That's all. I'm not trying to make enemies. That's all I'm saying. It's just an interesting thing that I've noticed. Okay, all the people who are like, I studied this for 4 years in university, just happen to be here right now. Okay, now I don't really remember this shit. Apollo, you ever solved this one? Check this out. It worked. You just got to give it a second, okay? Yes! What are you doing? I don't know. All I know is I think the way to solve that puzzle is if you click a lot right here, it opens up. That's all I know. How'd you get it? One time I clicked a lot and it opened the door. So I solved it once by accident and said, well, there's no real need for me to learn how to do it properly if I could just do it improperly and know that it works. 2 rolls is what I get when we go to a restaurant that has bread and they give us like 4 pieces of bread. I do usually end up having 2 rolls. You're right about that. How much of the foil wrap butter you putting in? Not virtue signaling. I like butter. I'll usually just eat the bread clean. If the bread is still warm, then I'll put some butter on it because I think that it accentuates it. But otherwise, I'll just eat it as is, man. Yeah, I take it straight up. Neat. Me in a 1970s movie walking into the restaurant. Bread. Then I just tap the table for more. Yeah, I'm a real breadhead. It's shellacked, buddy. You know what? Just leave the loaf. That's so fucking real. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but by now you must know. All right. This is easy, man. 20 minus 18 squared is 4. 3 This is like it's a negative number. Am I stupid? It's 3. It's 3 minus 20 squared. That's I don't know what 17 squared is. Or is it? Hang on. Could it be? Is it 4 plus 1 minus 20? Chad, help me out here. It's 2 squared plus 1 squared minus 20 squared. So it's like negative 395. You square after each blue interaction. Oh, so it's 4. It's 2 squared, which is 4, plus 1 squared, which is 25, minus 20, which is fucking 5. Oh, it's easy. Okay. No, we can follow this, okay? It's negative 9 divided by 3, which is negative 3, squared, which is 9, times 1, which is 9, divided by 3, which is 3, squared, which is 9. Oh, you saved me, Chad. You saved me. What the hell? Whoa, this is, dude, what? This is new, man. This is new. H.S. Sinclair and Ann Babbage are the only two on the estate with network access, but that's not true, man. That's not true. But that means to me, there's ways this could be false. They might have no network access, or there might be more people that have network access, or maybe one of them has network access and the other one doesn't. So I'm going to write down Sync H and Baba. Apollo, this room must have been hard for you to deal with, man. Because, like, if you were in, like, real life, you'd probably just grab the fruit and eat it, right? I'm tweaking a little bit because someone, when I was talking about the guy I saw who was the tallest man I've ever seen in my life, said, when you're in the upper quintile of height looking. And I was like, brother, this guy was not in the upper quintile of height. He was like 1 in 50,000. He's up there, let's put it that way. Did he play for the Spurs? He did have like an NBA backpack. I couldn't tell, like, all I can say to you is that he was tall enough that I had to wonder whether he just was a fan of the NBA or if he was a team that didn't make the playoffs. He was I can't stress enough, he was really tall. I know you're gonna say, like, assuming a tall guy's in the NBA, he was tall as fuck, man. Yeah, he was outrageously tall. Yeah, he was like at least 5'11", man. A music room with a 370 vault key. And another key, well worth it. Oh, dude, this is crazy. First words. This is gonna blow this shit wide open for us, man. On the I need to, the first words on the blank are true. We need to find number 5, man. Gotta be done. Nah, lose half your steps. We can do this. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe the reviews are onto something here. Oh, I have a key card! You're so real for that! Because I was a smart guy who ended my room in the break room last time. Oh! Spending a gem to get several keys is kind of insane. Holy shit. Hello? 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 Metal detector's pissing me off, man. It's another key. There are 12 major keys. Me when I'm interning at the piano store. Don't take half my steps again. Thank you for that. 307. 370. Oh, I thought it was a big boy. Please stop ringing my door. A sanctum key. Uncle, thank you for all your help. I know I can never hope to repay you. It pains me to know I won't even have the chance. At any rate, I'm leaving the extra funds behind as well as the extra passports. It would be too risky if we were searched at the border, and the money would raise too many suspicions. Mary equals passports. So then, hang on, so we can find out which one of these is real. It's not Samantha Hayes, I'll tell you that much. And it's not Gray Daniels. It's none of them. I feel like vestibule sounds amazing. I almost headbutted the microphone, man. I didn't know the mic was so close to my mouth. I'm opening this because I want to see notes, honestly. That's what I'm talking about. 6. Or, oh. I'm just going to write it down. I know the math rules. And I'm writing it down in the grid. I'm writing it in the grid, which to me, this looks like some electrical engineering shit. The shape looks like it matters. I don't know how to interpret it, but... Okay, today we go to... I want to try my admin keys at the grotto. And if I had to bet, I got 3 names here. I'm feeling like Bab A is the most likely. Yes! User database. Oh shit, key expired. +3 additional delisted keys. More R. Personnel, but that's only personnel access, bro. Which means we can get pure admin access with one of the other names. Oh! Now let's see what we can do with this. Oh shit, network settings. Terminal timeout settings. How long does a terminal stay connected to the network without disconnecting? We don't have to go through the loading screen anymore! Email. Laboratory mailbox on. On. All mailboxes on. Inbound and outbound connections have been temporarily disabled. Okay, so we want to try to fix that, I'm assuming, but still. What else we got? Admin logs. Last cable's finally been laid. Okay. A small cavern off the eastern drive was selected for the server site. All remaining computer terminals are now connected. The network has been named Blackbridge. We chose a cave to house the mainframe. Fixed the connection error between the office and security. Added email. Recording capabilities of all cameras have been disabled. New admin key created. Though the requested name doesn't quite fit with our typical length formatting. But we know there's a non-standard... Oh, not this way. There's a non-standard admin key. Major key? Wait a second. Admin key, major key. You're happy and you know it? Clap your hands. Ain't that the damn truth, brother? We forgot that somewhere along the way. This crazy blue marble. You think other languages have songs as stupid as that? Buddy, it's for children. It's to give children something to occupy their time. What do you mean as stupid as that? Watch Jacob's Ladder with my wife. Now she won't let me watch your stream. You know what? Maybe, are women vibing with Jacob's Ladder? Is it possible that women don't know what it's like to be haunted by the devil, but maybe there is no devil? They're not vibing. Women aren't vibing with Jacob's Ladder, but women love Silent Hill, man. Make it make sense. How is that? How is it possible that you're lying? You're trolling. Mr. Nagula. Anne wanted me to remind you that it's expected of you to keep the grass in the cloister cut and the trees trimmed. If you can get rid of that fuck-ass half wall, it'd be a lot easier. You've forgotten to open the cloister, so to save you some words, I decided to draw you a little diagram. I already know how to do it. Cloister grounds access. While face-to-face with the angel, press the base of the 2 pillars to either side of you. Oh, man, that's cap. Ladies, are you fucking with Jacob's Ladder? Or drawing 25? I gotta know. Your reputation hangs in the balance, by the way. This is why you have no women viewers? Why? Because I'm recommending them like a good film to watch? We already know why I have no female viewers. It's because I'm bald. They'll hate him for speaking the truth, but I've seen the bias with my own 2 eyes. Is poison green or purple in your mind? Is this a joke? Is this a trick question? Poison is green, bro. And you're going to say, if that's green, then what's healing? Healing is also green. It's a fucking commentary on how medicine can also kill you or something. What's purple? Psychic damage, buddy! Try to keep up! Or toxic. Okay, or toxic. Blue is magic and ice, or water. That's true. Acid? Acid's like an orange, like an amber. Like booger color. I'm not rage baiting. That's acid, man. I don't know what you want me to say. I have 3 exams in the next 5 days. Can I get some words of wisdom? Yeah. Enjoy it, because when it's over, you're going to miss it. Vestibule. Whenever you enter the vestibule, 3 of the doors in this room unlock, and the 4th becomes locked. Huh? Can I get trapped in here? I'm scared! I'm scared, man! I don't know how to get out of here! Okay, open that shit up, and then... Yeah, I'll use a key on this one. I got scared. Lever handle. Lever hand. Chicken jockey. Lever handle. Lever handle. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get there. +1 key for each bedroom in your house. Don't mind if I do. Bling, blong, bling, blong, bling. Blong, bling. Missed one? Oh, you mean the cursed key of Antigone that dooms anybody who touches it? Thanks for the reminder. You really think there wasn't a reason? You really think I would just leave a key there? Alright, buddy. Alright. What the hell is gallery, man? I gotta be honest with you. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. I'm not doing any room with the puzzle piece. I'm not doing before I go pee. I'm not doing that with a full bladder. I'll be right back. We're back. Take me to the gallery, man. Isn't that the kitchen? Okay. We've opened the dining room. Apple P. Christopher Manson. Acrylic and oil on canvas. This one's simple. That one's called Apple P. This one's called Apple. Apples. Oh. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay, okay. Thick. Really makes you think, man. I feel like I would call this one, if I was a gambling man, I would call this one thick. Wait a second. Wait a second. He's done it. I'm looking at my focus. My parents are coming today. I want to make sure that they're... Oh, whoa. Okay, hang on. Hello. Great news. You can knock on the door when you get here. And I'll... Okay. I mean, is this shit not called infinite? INFINITY. It's infinity with the sins. Sinfinity. Thick? Wait, did I get it right? And then I feel like this one's just called, or maybe you got to get them all right. I see. So this, I mean, I would assume that this one's called. Am I really going to call it apples? I don't think I'm doing this room, man. I think I'm actual objective. This is genuine. I understand that. You'll know when you get one right. Okay. That's for the next guy. What the hell is that? Prism key. You ever see this shit? If you unlock a door with the prism key, you'll draw floor plans of the same color. Mighty interesting. Mighty interesting. What color is this room? This room's yellow. I don't even know what other rooms are yellow, man. Let's use a special key and just... Oh, it's fucking blinding, dude. Luxury items for sale. And we get a letter. I've never been here, man. This is another new room for me. Oh, I can already see the fucking symbols. I know this shit's gonna be relevant. Because this shit is like the symbol of a realm. Oh, and this shit looks like the microchips. Oh, excuse me? Moon pendant. If you call it a day while wearing the moon pendant, you'll start tomorrow with 2 of the items in your inventory. Master key. Opens all normal doors. Emerald bracelet. You don't have to pay the gem cost of floor plans. When drafting, you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. 2 rooms. We just need a corner room and we got rerolls. Maid's chamber. We literally can't not, man. Can you not? I can't not. Some shit in here. Elon? Am I tweaking? A mere 9x5 grid, no fog of war. Some fog of war. Code check. Let me think about this. Trying to see what items I have. Is there anything I could combine? I have a battery and a sledgehammer. Could I make the Reinhardt? Maybe like Reinhardt's hammer or something. You can? I haven't been to this since the demo, so this is news to me, brother. The trophy. Oh, what? Message. First words on the blank are true message. I never would have. F? Yay! Permanently added to the trophy room. Sledgehammer battery pack. Plus. Okay. Okay, make it. Oh shit! Power hammer! What the fuck? What does it do, man? The bricks! The sus bricks! There's bricks in the secret garden. There's bricks in the fucking in the basement, man. How many? I got 58 steps. We have to. Saucy brick! No! Really? The sus brickler. There's no doubt in my mind, man. There's no doubt in my mind. Have I been here? Whatever. Well, break it open, man. Okay, that's kind of sick, though. So this gives you a shortcut you can take straight to the foundation. You can go into, like, fucking rank 5 or something. Well, I don't know why I would want... It's just nice to have more options, I guess. Oh, yeah, and the key card, you geniuses. Although at this time we didn't get a break room. Sussy Brickler? Oh! Oh, shit. Huh? So here's what I'm thinking for this. The pictures we see on the walls can be interpreted to have 3-letter words. Like, for example, T could be tag. We see tags on the wall. Maybe there are other shit we could get here, and then it'll give us the stuff to fill it in, and then you rearrange the letters that you fill in, and it says, be sure to drink your Ovaltine or whatever. Now run the payroll. Oh, you fucking genius. You're a fucking genius, man. Beyonce, if she worked in human resources, payroll, payroll. You could be my payroll, payroll. You know what I'm talking about? You know that song, Halo? 10 gold for a week of work, that's 3.2 bananas. Oh, man. That's funny. I love having suspicious users in chat, man. Apollo, you can see the suspicious users, right? Were you here when I I started putting mod notes on people? What's WestElmCaleb up to? They haven't written a message since they wrote Wichita me. I was beefing with them a little bit. Remember when they said, spoken like a guy who's never been on a flight longer than 2 hours? This user was marked as suspicious at 10:46 a.m. Mod note, can dish it out but can't take it. That's messed up, man. You're always beefing with him in Dan's chat? Yeah, because in Dan's chat, I'm just trying... Power Hammer! In Dan's chat, I'm just trying to exist. And then, like, I'll type good morning, and then WestElmCaleb will be like, he'll just be trolling me, like, nonstop in Dan's chat. You need a small enchanted? You need a Latina who wore Cookie Monster pants to school in 2011. Okay, that's what you need, buddy. You don't tell me what I need. Apollo, back me up here. They need a they need a bratty Latina that wore Cookie Monster pants to school. Can I get a +2 on that, please, Apollo? You back me up on that one, please? Apollo, can you back me up on that one, please? Apollo? He left. Why not? I mean, yeah, man, fucking... No, dude, the furnace. Go furnace mode and get the weight room and then... That's the play. Weight room! Lever handle. Where's my sussy bricks? There's my sussy bricks. Bing gong. One second, I gotta check that. That might be my folks. 1 second. We're so back. Did I pull the lever, man? I pulled the... What is this? The other part of the map, man. I went up to Kate's office while she was playing this. She actually, like, copies this stuff by hand. Her notes are so crazy. I'm jealous, man. Mine are not like that. I just translate it into words, and then I'm like, this is useless to me. Hello? I don't know what happened. It was just like, it's gone. And then it was like, it's back. But then, like, my internet was still working. Veranda. Is that a Sex and the City character? Which Sex and the City girl are you? Honestly, probably, Miranda. I think I'm a Miranda. She's kind of like a little too serious. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I think there's some truth to it, yeah? I'd say I'm more of a Miranda. Definitely not a Samantha. And definitely not a Carrie. Like, I'll just be honest, I don't really know what the hell she's talking about most of the time. And the real question is, who the hell's reading it? Yeah, I don't know, Charlotte? I feel like Charlotte was just eating minutes. She's just kind of like a minutes muncher. Like, she's just on the... she's just out there with the girls doing cardio. which is fine. Like, everyone's got to live their life, but like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you that much about her personality. I've probably seen like 50 episodes of Sex and the City in my life. It was just something you watched back then because it was on, or because someone forced you to. She's a hopeless romantic. Bro, she forced her boyfriend to get circumcised and then broke up with him. It's messed up. She's the devil. Nah, she's chill. Or whatever. Patio doesn't have shit, but I'm running out of space for a secret garden though, man. And I don't have a secret garden key. The greenhouse. We have to. Even though this ends our day, we have to. Absolutely. Greed is the enemy of good. Does it end your day, though? Oh, shit. The Moggler has spoken. The original gardener's logbook. She loves me not. She loves me. You can pull on this shit? 1990 to when I get fired. This is a record of my many indiscretions and lapses of judgment. Should it be found, know that my guilt is exceeded only by my failings. Denied my request. Oh, we created the gem flower, but they didn't like it. They wanted the flower to serve as a cheap way to produce special floor plans. Perhaps I should quit. I should have. The antechamber lever locations. Secret Garden Mechanarium. Great Hall Secret Garden sealed. Security has only gotten tighter in the years since Mary's disappearance. It's almost like they were choosing green rooms just to tempt me. Resealed in January after deal in Reddington fell through. A hidden chamber in one of the outer rooms sealed shut behind a false wall. The stale quality of the air has remained sealed for many decades. A copper still. I was unsure. The root cellar. Maybe? Sugar beets or potato. Where? Go back. Where? Discovery of a hidden chamber in one of the outer rooms. Buddy! Which one, dude? Maybe it is the root cellar. Sinclair's inner sanctum. There's no turning back now. I've made it to room 46. Number 5. The word is sheets. First words on the sheets, oh no, our true messages. Oh, okay, well, at least right. Trees, okay, so trees is the word on that. That's so funny, man. That's really good. This game's got a sense of humor, man. Good thing you screenshotted it. Oh, if I just get all the data, maybe I'll live forever. We're all going to be worm food someday, brother. What you got to do is have fun playing the game. That way when they're like, hey, you got to go back and play more of the game, you're like, yes, more game, more game. I was lip syncing. I wasn't even saying anything. And you guys are all typing muted. You would never make it a day in the Blueprints mansion. Just because you didn't hear me talking doesn't mean I'm muted. I could have been just moving my lips. You got to consider all the possibilities. Oh, man. No, man. It's crazy that Americans are mad about Switch games being $90, bro. Come to Canada, $110. I don't want to hear you talking about foreign exchange rates, okay? Because, like, sure, maybe 90 times, like, the exchange rate comes to 110. But the thing is, $110 is, like, 65% more expensive than $90. It's like how, like, $2.99 is basically free. But then like $12.99 is actually, I'm going to say 10 times more expensive. Like there's some prices that just feel good, man. $8.99 is a good price. Especially if you're buying like a lunch. And when you cross the digit thresholds, that's where things get crazy. Like a double digit lunch, which is normalized now, that took a while to get used to. And then like a triple digit video game, that's a paradigm. I mean, we passed it in like 1996, but then we're passing it again. What's your pre-order plans? I'm hoping to pre-order it. I would like to play the Mario Kart. But how? I don't know. Maybe like Best Buy? London Drugs? They do pre-orders at London Drugs? It's more like BC specific, I guess. London Drugs, switch to pre-order. April 24th at 9 a.m. PST. I won't be awake for that? 9 a.m. PT, huh? Noon Eastern? Maybe you don't, I mean, I was going to say, you might live in Europe, but then I'm like, why are you pre-ordering a Canadian Switch too? Could be in the Aleutian Islands. Aleutian, that's like the Russian Alaskan ones, right? Damn, these look picturesque, man. But I'm right there. Apparently they're American. Okay, who knew? Well, this shit's pissing me off. If everyone's complaining about the Switch 2 pricing, why the fuck are you guys trying to pre-order it like me? Why don't you let me pre-order it? Because the shit's too expensive. Everyone's complaining about how expensive it is. Why the hell am I trying to beat the scalpers? Damn, I still had... What the hell? Is the S&P 500 okay? A G-Chat message? At 4:53 Eastern time? Is my buddy shocked at the Tesla Q1 earnings report? Revenue down 20% year over year, stock up 5%. Make it make sense. So, believe it or not, calls, brother. Believe it or not, calls. Nobody's buying the cars anymore. It's calls. I'm even going to type, believe it or not, calls. Believe it or not, you son of a bitch, you're still going to burn. That's gas, man. Why do I have a Discord ping? Did Germa go live? No, it's from my wife, actually. God damn you, Cypher. I miss MALF, man. I got to start playing. I was going to be, not insulting to MALF, I was going to be very insulting to the games that he plays. I was going to say, I got to start playing some garbage, man. I got to start playing some of those, like, first-person drug dealing simulators, or the farming simulator, the supermarket simulator, just anything where you, like, grab a box and then put it in like a room and then open the box and then put the stuff from the box on like a shelf somewhere. And then but they do it at, like, to be honest with you, it's like at 5:45 in the morning my time when they start to play. It's really early, man. I get this for Sips and Ravs who are like 10 hours ahead of me. It's just tough. You're awake though? Yeah, but I'm doing something more important at that time. -2, friends come first. Are you like 14 years old? Friends come first for like if your life is like a 360-degree like rotation, friends come first for like that much time. It's a great time, don't get me wrong, but it's a really, really small piece of the pie. They should still be like, you know, part of the decision-making process to some extent, but like the friends only come first for a narrow window. I'm going to say like maybe like 16 to like 22 or 23. Before that, it's definitely like family. And then like after that, could be for a while, could just be you. Could go back to family. Could be a different kind of family. And then I don't really, maybe it's like God at some point. I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. You think family comes first for a 15-year-old? What is it called when you're illiterate, but with your ears, instead of like not being able to read, you're like not able to like comprehend the language that has entered your brain? Sorry. I'm just asking questions. And wannabe catboy, you got to be careful with the capitalization of your name. I almost clocked you as WestElmCaleb, okay? I almost clocked you, bro. And that's not even your fault. You almost took a stray. Just because you got a capital W and a capital C in your name. That's not your fault. Oh, shit. This is Talking Head 77, man. This is some shit from a Screw Attack video for sure, man. I have no idea whatsoever. Is some shit where the dude in the game walks like this. I'll tell you that for free. You know what I'm looking to make sure I'm doing it right. You know the sprite is moving like that, right? You know what I'm saying? I feel like Batman NES or something. Castlevania, that could be Vampire Killer stage. That would have been, the aura gain would have been off the charts, man. If I got it just from that. Oh shit. The drums really tie it together. I hate that, but that's okay. I have absolutely no idea. It sounds like they're making moves. Damn, it's kind of hopeful too. Oh, but then it's like, it's kind of prog. It's kind of prog. Proggers. There should be a proggers emote that's just Geddy Lee like biting his lip or something like this. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a picture of Geddy Lee. I guess we should ask him. Got to be a picture of Geddy Lee biting his lip that would work for proggers. You mean David Gilmour? Sorry, buddy, I'm not a Leafs fan. Is that the guy from the Intact Insurance commercial? I hate that part, man. I hate that part. I love that part, though. Oh, shit. Damn, dude. Well, I have absolutely no idea, but for this Sonic, that Sega Sonic CD. Wow, finally, a good song from Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Boom, Sonic... I know it from Brawl, man. I know it from Brawl. It's not rage bait. I feel like the Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack is like, no, whatever. It's fine. Only good Sonic the Hedgehog song before this. Dee doo dee doo dee doo dee doo. I'm gonna grab you by the collar and take your lunch money. Buddy, like, listen. You were a Slay the Spire Ascension 20 heart streaker, forearms like a fucking tree. I'd be scared. I'd run and hide. Sonic fan, sleeves not even touching the arm? Come on. I'm not scared of a Sonic fan. Now, if you were into some fucking, if you were like a Tumbleseed Platinum Trophy holder or something like that, I'm talking about big 4 compound lifts over 1,000 pounds, I wouldn't mess with you. You're talking about a Sonic fan. We're talking about benching the bar type Sonic fans, listening to this shit on those headphones that like you staple to your ears, basically. Spider-Man 3, favorite movie of all time type shit? No shot, man. Now, if we're talking about somebody like a Tetris 99 10-win streaker or something like that, you know, someone who puts the flowers that it deserves on a movie like Past Lives, someone who doesn't have to go at 1.5x speed to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly, that's something I would have genuine fear in my heart. But we're talking about Sonic fans. We're talking about like... whatever, buddy. I don't know why, I just, in my head, I'm giving you a withering glance right now. What was the last great ragtime album? Pimp a Butterfly? That's a pretty good one. So I guess it's ragtime. It's got some Scott Joplin influence in these walls. I think I was talking to Kate about this weekend. I was like, how many songs do you think, if you were born 1822 in, I don't know, Frankfort, Kentucky, okay? How many songs do you hear in your entire life? Now, I'm not asking how many times you hear songs, but how many songs are you aware of the existence of? Is it plus or minus? Is it over or under 100? Because I'm sure you got there's some songs you're singing as a family, and there's lots of hymns. But like, it might be under 100, man. That's kind of crazy to be aware of under 100 songs. Or like 120. That's still nothing. Like the Magnetic Fields, one album would be like half of your entire songbook, bro. I'm built different. I'm writing Hey Jude in 1844. They would have killed your ass, man. They would have shot you with like a gun where the barrel looked like a duck's beak. You wouldn't be here anymore. Anyway, sorry. I'll send you over to my wife's stream. I think she's live. Yeah, dude, I don't think I could have taken it if I got accused of like being a witch back in the day. It's fucked up. There's no way to beat the odds, man. All you can say is I'm not a witch, and they're like, we'll see, and you're like, well, fuck, man. Stupid shit. It's kind of crazy. The only way to like survive being falsely accused of being a witch is to be a witch. It's like a parlor puzzle. Hey, I'm send you over to my wife's stream. Later, I'll see you tomorrow.
It's Sans. You're a rich girl, and you've gone too far, cause you know it don't matter anyway. Say what? You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, but it's gone too far, cause you know it doesn't matter anyway. I gotta find it. Say money, money won't get you too far, get you too far. Okay, I gotta find the higher octave. Just give it a second. Don't you know? Don't you know? He's pretty good. Oh, that it's wrong. Take what he's giving you. So far gone on your own. But you can get along if you try to be strong, but you'll never be strong. Oh, cause you're a rich girl, and you've gone too far, as you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, and it's gone too far, cause you know it don't matter anyway. Say money, money won't get you too far, get you too far. High and dry, out of the rain. It's so easy to hurt others when you can't feel pain. And don't you know that a love can grow? Ooh, cause there's too much to give, cause you'd rather live for the thrill of it all. Oh, you're a rich girl, and you've gone too far, cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, and it's gone too far, cause you know it don't matter anyway. Hey, money, but it won't get you too far. Hey, money, but it won't get you too far. Say money, but it won't get you too far. Get too far. And you say you can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. You're a rich girl, ooh, you're a rich, rich girl, yeah. Hey, money, but it won't